Good morning, guys. Today we are going to start the next topic of the chapter, that is a petroleum. We have already discussed about the fossil fuel coal, and today we are going to discuss about the next fossil fuel, that is called the petroleum. This is the petroleum. Okay. Now see, in this picture you can see this black colored substance which is on the floor, and this black colored drop. This is the petroleum, right? There is difference between the petrol and petroleum, and we all know that our automobiles, they run with the petrol or and diesel. The light automobiles as the scooter, cycle, they run through the petrol, and the heavy vehicles as the tractor, truck, and buses, etc., they run through the diesels, right? We all know about the petrol and next diesel, D-I-S-E-L, diesel. Then that petrol and diesel is different, and this petroleum is different. Actually, this is petroleum, which is dark black in color, and petrol and diesel, these both are the fractions of petroleum. It means ये दोनों petroleum से निकाले जाते हैं. It means they are one of the fraction of the petroleum. Petroleum, actually it is a mixture of so many hydrocarbons. Now, what is a hydrocarbon? अब आप कहोगे hydrocarbon क्या होता है? Then hydrocarbon are the compounds which are made up of hydrogen and carbon, which contain hydrogen and carbon in it. वो compound कहलाते हैं hydrocarbon. And this petroleum is a mixture of so many hydrocarbons. आपको example देना चाहूँगी. The first example is kerosene, petrol, diesel, fuel oil, and gasoline, asphalt. These all are the paraffin wax, and bitumen, naphtha. These all are the fraction of this petroleum. It means वो सब किससे निकलते हैं? इस petroleum से. It is have approximately more than 200 fractions in it. Okay, now see. Now, petroleum is called crude oil. It is called crude oil or black gold. It is black in color, having the unpleasant smell. It is a mixture of various hydrocarbon, and it is called black gold because it have its high commercial value. As we know, gold is precious. Gold have its high economic, we can say, commercial value, and same commercial value is petroleum also have. That's why it is called, किससे compare कर दिया इसको gold से, but color is black. That's why it is called the black gold. It is a fossil fuel, and it is obtained by the decomposition of the dead animals and plants due to the geological changes under the earth. Now, if we are talking about the petroleum, then petroleum is found under the sea. It means suppose this is a sea. ठीक है, ये एक छोटा सा मैंने बाउल टाइप का बना दिया है. Suppose this is the sea and this is the sea floor. Under the sea floor, petroleum is found. Now, how this happens? पेट्रोलियम वॉज फॉर्म्ड, एक्चुअली बना हुआ है ऑलरेडी, ये है नीचे, कभी बना होगा तो अभी भी वो चल रहा है, इसे हम यूज कर रहे हैं. पेट्रोलियम वॉज फॉर्म फ्रॉम द ऑर्गेनिज्म which are living in the sea. When these animals and these plants become dead, then they settle down at the bottom. कहाँ सेटल हो जाते हैं? जो आपका फ्लोर है सी का, वहाँ पर ये सेटल हो जाते हैं. And due to the layer of the sand and mud, especially sand, that get deposited over it. इसके ऊपर वो sand की layer इधर उधर से rivers भी लेके आती है, कितना सारा sand आता रहता है. They all get buried under this sand, right? And due to the धीरे 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 ये लेयर जो है वो नीचे चलती चली जाती है, मतलब उसके ऊपर और डिपोजिशन होता चला जाता है, ऊपर से प्रेशर पड़ता है, ड्यू टू द हाई टेम्परेचर एंड हाई प्रेशर, एंड एयर इज एब्सेंट. In the absence of air, due to the high pressure and temperature, these dead bodies finally convert these dead animals. These dead animals, they convert into the, or we can say these dead bodies, they convert into the petroleum. Not petrol. Petrol is the different thing. They convert into the petroleum, right? Okay. Now, next, come to the next slide. It is petroleum refineries. Now, this petroleum is taken out from the deep layer of the earth. वहाँ से इसको पहले हम बाहर निकालते हैं. Then these petroleum यहाँ से उठा के इसको फिर refineries में भेजा जाता है. And in refineries, all the fractions are separated. Right? Okay. Then it is this process of separating crude oil into the usable components is called refining of petroleum. What it is called? It is called refining of petroleum. And the various component obtained, they are called fraction. क्या कहते हैं उनको? Fraction कहते हैं. जो भी निकला इससे अलग अलग components, they are called fraction. Now, what is the process through which this petroleum, or we can say different fractions, are taken out from these petroleum? The process is called fractional distillation. What this process is called? Fractional distillation. It means the process of refining of petroleum is carried out in the refineries, and the process is called fractional distillation. Okay. Now, in this process, crude oil is introduced into the tall cylindrical column. Now see next diagram. Now see, this is a tall cylindrical column. You can see it. And this is called fractionating column. This is called fractionating column. This column is fitted with the horizontal trays. You can see inside horizontal trays are there. Now crude oil is heated in the furnaces. It is heated into the furnaces. एंड कब तक इसको हीट करना है? जब तक इसकी वेपर्स मतलब वेपर्स बननी शुरू हो जाती हैं. जैसे आप हीट करते हो तो वेपर्स बननी शुरू हो जाती हैं. द वेपर इज देन अलाउड टू कंडेंस टू ऑब्टेन द वेरियस फ्रैक्शन. यू कैन सी इन दिस फ्रैक्शनेटिंग कॉलम सो मेनी ट्रेज आर देयर. एंड ये इसका आउटलेट भी है ना इन ट्रेज में. नाउ जब ये वेपर्स इसके अंदर से होते हुए ऊपर की तरफ उठती हैं तो बिकॉज डाउन साइड में टेम्परेचर हाई है, फर्नेस के पास है ये, दैट्स वाई द टेम्परेचर इज हाई. The different component of the petroleum have the different boiling point, and crude petroleum is heated and changed into the gas and vapors. As the gas rises into the fractionating column, you can see this fractionating column. इसमें जैसे जैसे गैस ऊपर की तरफ उठती है, इट बिगिंस टू कंडेंस इनटू द लिक्विड फॉर्म्स. ऊपर से तुम देख सकते हो ऊपर से इस टाइप की ये ट्रेज लगी हुई हैं, तो ये यहाँ से कंडेंस होना शुरू हो जाती है. Since the different component have the different boiling point, they condense at the different heights. जिनका boiling point ज़्यादा है वो नीचे की heights पे कंडेंस हो जाते हैं. जिनका boiling point कम है वो ऊपर की तरफ चलते चले जाते हैं और ऊपर जाके वो कंडेंस होते हैं क्योंकि ऊपर टेम्परेचर थोड़ा सा कम है. Thus, this fractional distillation separates a mixture of the component using their different boiling points, and the liquid having the higher boiling point, as I told you, that liquefy at the higher temperature, that is at the lower level, and the which having the lower VP, that will condense at the upper level. Okay, then is any problem in it? I think it's clear to you. Now see. Now see in this column you can see at the top level some gases are there, then naphtha, then petrol. इनका boiling point कम है तो ये ऊपर की तरफ आ गए हैं. Then next kerosene, paraffin oil is also one of the fraction. Then diesel oil, lubricating oil and fuel oil. और सबसे ज़्यादा जिसका boiling point होगा that will be the fuel oil and residue. ये bottom में आपके निकल आते हैं. यहाँ से आप इसको collect कर सकते हो. getting इन outlet से from these outlets you can collect all the fractions. And next, now see the next slide. Sorry. Fractions of petroleum. Now see what are the different fraction. Now once again see, the first is the petroleum gas, or we can say LPG. जो हम यूज करते हैं LPG at our kitchens, that is called petroleum gas in liquid form, that is called LPG. It is fuel for the home in kitchens and industry also. Now next, petrol. We all know petrol is used for the motor fuel, aviation fuel, and solvent for the ड्राई क्लीनिंग. यस, इट इज़ अ गुड सॉल्वेंट फॉर द ड्राई क्लीनिंग. एज वी ऑल नो, ड्राई क्लीनिंग में वो कोई कपड़े आपके धोते थोड़े, वो क्या करते हैं, पेट्रोल से आपके कपड़ों को साफ करते हैं. द नेक्स्ट इज द केरोसिन, एंड केरोसिन इज फ्यूल दैट इज यूज इन द स्टोव्स, लैम्प एंड जेट एयरक्राफ्ट ऑल्सो. Then next, diesel. It is used for the heavy motor vehicles, electric generation, and lubricating oil. It is used for the lubrication. Paraffin wax. Paraffin wax is used in the ointment, candles, for making the candles, and Vaseline, etc. Then bitumen. Bitumen is used in paints and for the surfacing of roads.